Happy Thursday. It's Rick Wright with another Thursday Thought for this week. It's the week leading up to Jesus' crucifixion. He and his disciples are staying in Bethany at the home of his friends Lazarus and Mary and Martha. They are traveling up to Jerusalem each day to participate in the events of Passover, and it's been a pretty eventful week so far. Crowds of people have been flocking to that house, that little house in Bethany, not just to see Jesus, but to see Lazarus, who has become a walking, talking billboard to the miracle-working power of Jesus Christ. It's those same people who meet Jesus the next morning with palm branches and shouts of Hosanna as he enters the city on a donkey. And then, of course, Jesus messes up the whole thing by cleansing the temple and overthrowing the tables of the money changers and chasing everybody out with a whip that has turned the temple courtyard into a den of thieves. The Pharisees and the chief priests, they take note of this and say, "Behold, the world has gone after him. We're in trouble because he's getting all the attention." Because of Jesus' popularity with the people, they're frantically plotting behind the scenes to get rid of the Nazarene once and for all. The Last Supper and Judas' betrayal, the Garden of Gethsemane and Jesus' arrest, the sham trial and Jesus' crucifixion, they're all going to happen in the next few hours. And it's in the middle of that week, only John records this, a group of Greeks come to Jesus' disciples. They talk to Philip, and he goes and gets Andrew, and the two of them, they go to Jesus, and they take the request of this group of Greeks to Jesus. We would see Jesus. Now, that's a lot better than what the Jews wanted. They were always saying, we would see a sign. But see, if you see Jesus, you don't have to worry about seeing signs. Now, we don't know from the gospel accounts if Jesus ever met with them. We do know, again, only from John's account, we know what he said to those two disciples that came with him with that request. He gave us his thoughts about what we need to do if we really want to see him. John 12:24, "Verily, verily, I say unto you, except a corn of wheat fall into the ground and die, it abideth alone. But if it die, it bringeth forth much fruit." Yes, I know Jesus is no doubt referring to himself and his crucifixion, but you read through the context in John chapter 12, and he's also referring to everyone that follows him who really want to see him. If you want to see me, you have to die. Ladies and gentlemen, if we really want to see Jesus, we've got to die. Romans 12:1 says this, "I beseech you therefore, brethren, by the mercies of God, that you present your bodies a living sacrifice, holy, acceptable unto God, which is your reasonable service." Jesus himself, in what we refer to as the Lord's Prayer, teaches us to pray the following: "Thy kingdom come, thy will be done in earth, in me, as it is in heaven." We must learn to pray, "Jesus, today I throw myself, my will, my wants, my desires, my kingdom on the altar in favor of your will. Let your will be done in me and my life. Let your kingdom come. Let your will be done in earth, starting with me, as it is in heaven, instantaneously, completely, and without hesitation." This cannot be a one-time prayer or commitment. Paul picked up on what Jesus was teaching when he said, "I die daily." This must become a daily or even a multiple times a day occurrence. "Jesus, let your will be done in me and through me. He must increase, but I must decrease." How do we do that? By my will dying out to what is his will. More and more, I must learn to die out so that he, Jesus, can be seen through me. If we really want to see Jesus, we must die. We must be led by the Spirit. For as many are led by the Spirit, these are the sons of God. God bless you and keep you today. Thank you for joining us for Thursday's Thoughts.